Okay, thank you for joining us again. This is a follow-up to a prior video that we had put out for um, selecting a dual SIM phone and finding one in the United States, which is difficult to do. The prior video ended with us talking about the difficulty at Best Buy to find a device that would be um, useful as a dual SIM device. Again, as in the previous video, this will be a little bit longer because that one was to give you the quick takeaway for the model number. This video, I'll go into a little bit more depth into what you'll find at Best Buy for finding the phone that you need or the device that you're looking for, and also give you some tips on how to navigate their system. And also, um, we'll have some future videos for setting up the device and to show you what kind of success we've had with um, the dual SIM setup in the United States, or the lack of success, as it were, depending on how it goes. So we'll leave that a little bit of suspense for you for the future. But real quickly, what we found out for replacing all of our devices that you might have, personal, business, um, maybe you have a workplace phone that they give you. So you're looking to reduce the total number of devices that you have in your hand, in your pocket, sitting there, um, that you need access to at any given time, but you don't really want to be able to carry all of those devices together because it just is a bit cumbersome. So that's where the dual SIM comes in handy to be able to have two devices in one, where you can have two phone numbers coming in with both audio phone service and text service, with the ability to take both calls from both places at the same time in one device. Um, some people have a question about why you would want to do such a thing and why you wouldn't just keep one device here, one device there. Sometimes it's difficult to actually do that, to keep uh, both cell phone service and text service on one single device without the dual SIM capability, enabling that to occur somewhat seamlessly so that you can carry on, say, business audio or phone calls and texts without a lack of functionality, which is a real key part of keeping any business going. Is you need to be able to have a seamless uh, front, so to speak, with your clients or your customers, uh, so that there's no there's less of a feeling of trying to make something happen that's not doable. So hopefully that was clear. If not, you can leave comments to tell me where I might need to expound on that, or to um, fill in any areas that might have been a blind spot for what I just described to you. But in any case, there are several phones that are available in the United States, I believe, for dual SIM capability, but you will not find those with the actual uh, cell service providers, because they in the United States have a vested interest in not allowing that capability. For one reason or another, some of it is technical, some of it is actually just business. It factors into their profit margin, and anything that affects the bottom line in a company or corporation is going to cause them to want to uh, steer people in a certain direction. And some of that is, you know, understandable. However, in my mind, I would think that they should be more willing to give the customer what they need, because there's a very small minority of people that are trying to do what I'm doing in the United States. So I don't think they would lose business. I think they would actually stand to gain business by being more forthcoming with customer service in that regard. Anyway, to move forward with the um, discussion, again, as I said in the last video, and you can go back to that prior video, um, I have found this at Best Buy, which is a Samsung Galaxy A13 um, with the model number SMA135 US, actually SM-A135 U1-DS. There's the model number again for you to see. But again, like I said in my last video, which was much shorter than this one, so feel free to go back to that one at any time. But make sure you uh, like this video, subscribe, whatever you'd like to do, leave a comment, and come back to it so you can hear the rest of the story. Because what we're going to go into is how um, to navigate the Best Buy system, if you will. There's a couple things that I ran into, actually more than a couple, for dealing with Best Buy because initially I had gone and looked at Best Buy several times to determine what they had um, in regards to these dual SIM phones, and ran into some various levels of success, shall we say, or the lack of success, because they first time I'd gone and talked to a associate there about what they had available. He was very knowledgeable about what I was asking about. However, their uh, inventory was very low for the phones that would have this kind of dual SIM capability and the types that I wanted. I wanted to get Samsung to be a little bit more reliable. They had others with Motorola. They had some Blue products, which they were steering me away from for quality reasons, and also OnePlus phones, which are usually lower, less well-known um, devices. In any case, all these were unlocked devices that had the dual SIM capability. Um, so he was very knowledgeable, did not have the device, would be willing to order me one and get it shipped to me. I did not want to do that and deal with plunking down several $100s and then not knowing whether that device is actually going to be coming in or when it would be coming in, given the current atmosphere of supply chain disruptions with everything that's been going on in the last several months and years. So, did not go ahead with any purchase there. Fast forward later on, I'm shopping on Black Friday after Thanksgiving, trying to find a deal, trying to find the device. Found an associate that was willing to help me on Black Friday, which was difficult just because they were so busy. And again, it's a kind of a hit and miss thing with Best Buy on the associates there, the sales associates, whether they're going to be knowledgeable enough to help you or not, or what have you, or willing to go into depth with you on these types of specialty type requests. And so I found that they had the device in stock. I asked them to get that for me and to go ahead and you know purchase it since they had it in stock. I wanted to be able to take it with me and then work with it. Although the one thing they had informed me about was that once you get the device and if you break the seal on the box, then it becomes an open box, and they have a 40 something dollar restocking fee. So they let you know that up front, which is good. But I did not really like that because I wanted to be able to check it, make sure it had dual SIM capability on the physical device, and also to make sure it worked with my carriers, which were in my case AT&T and T and Google Fi. Just for your knowledge, um, two GSM carriers. We'll go into that later if you want to. Um, but got it home, looked up the model number that was on the back of that box, and came to find out that it was not a dual SIM necessarily, and so therefore I did not open the box. I waited till I was back into a area with a Best Buy nearby, which was actually at that point was in Fort Wayne. So I've been traveling recently. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Went to Best Buy there. Talked to them about the fact. Well, actually, I returned the phone there that I purchased in Tennessee, of all places, on Black Friday. Returned it there, no problems. They took it back, refunded my money. Looked for the phone with the dual SIM. Talked to an associate there who seemed knowledgeable. However, even though he uh, pretty much guaranteed that the phones they had were dual SIM, and he actually personally vouched that he would uh, allow me to return the device even if it was opened and get my restocking fee refunded and whatnot. I did not go ahead with the purchase just because I was not in my hometown, near my hometown. I was several hours away and did not want to have to return another device, so on and so forth in the future. And so waited. Next, found myself going to another Best Buy in another town. So that associate there was sort of busy. They did not come around. So I finally flagged them down, called them over, asked them about dual SIM phones that they had available. He looked up on his phone, on his device to see what they had. It was kind of a question whether they had it. So I asked him to go ahead and to look in the back in the stock room, whatnot, to see what they had. And he looked up the phone on his device, said it was not dual SIM. However, I looked up the phone on my one of my devices and found that the model number they had showing on their little card by the device that's out there on the display, which was much longer than the actual device model number I'm giving you here, actually indicated that it was, in fact, a dual SIM device. So I showed him that rundown on the Samsung website for that model number that they had showing on their card, and he was surprised, but also indicated that he would then go back and look at his stock to see what they had. He went back there. I asked him to look for the Samsung Galaxy A13. There's a Samsung Galaxy A32 and an A53, I believe, or 52, one of those. All those supposedly are available with a dual SIM capability, but uh, I wanted him to look for all those in case he was out of one or the other, or all three. The A13 is the most economical, and that's why I was looking for it initially. But the he went back, found this device, which was the only one they had, an A13, and showed the back. Of course, I got it, looked at the model number on the back, and it shows that it has this model number that was the same as the one I had before, except that it has the slash DS. And that's where I was pleasantly confirmed in a way that this was dual SIM. DS to me means dual SIM because the other one that I had before that I looked up was not dual SIM. Uh, so we'll see. I know that was a long story, but hopefully you got something out of it that will help you either with finding a dual SIM device for yourself or navigating Best Buy. There are other sources for getting dual SIM devices, but Best Buy was my first place that I could actually go to a brick and mortar store to get an actual physical device, take home with me, and remove all doubt about the issues surrounding the supply chain and delivery times and whatnot issues that we've all been running into lately. And if you haven't been running into it lately, then that's good, but uh, you might run into it here on this type of a situation with most of these phones being made overseas outside the United States, some of them in countries that are dealing with current issues with supply chain disruptions that are even more extreme than others. So hopefully that was helpful. If not, put it down in the comments why this was not helpful. So then I can come back with another video to help you with that particular situation that you have in mind. Also, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like on this channel that you're listening to. And also, if you'd like, go ahead and subscribe so that you can be uh, part of the family here. And also, you know, do whatever you need to do to get notifications in the future for future helpful videos. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you for holding out for this extended video, and we will talk to you next time. Thank you.